Hey everybody, I'm gonna be doing some bins today, some mushroom bins. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. You can see I got a couple jars back there, a couple bags. Wiping these down with some alcohol. I've been running mostly shoe boxes, but if I pull this down, I do have a mono tub right here that's just about to get into fruiting. I just had it, so I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna fill it up anyway. I don't even know how many I'm about to fill up here. I know I have about maybe a 5 gallon bucket full, just about anyway, of substrate. So we'll just try to make it work with this, more or less for each one. It's easier to tell whenever we get about halfway. You guys let me know if you can see in here, all right? Just spraying these down. Got alcohol in this bottle. It's labeled somewhere. There it is. That's what I'm doing here behind the camera. Got a few of these to do. I'll just turn you guys around. You guys got any questions on the way? Just ask. I'm using Coco Core for my substrate. Pasteurized it last night, so it's already cooled down, ready to go. I'm pretty sure the video's up. I believe I posted it anyway. On doing the Coco Core substrate, I'm at least 90% sure. You can go check that out if you guys want to figure out the process on how to do it. Essentially, it's just boiling water and then pouring it over the Coco Core in a 5-gallon bucket, covering it and letting it sit for 12 to 24 hours until it cools, and then it's ready to use. Boom. Cheers. I'll make sure I hit the like. On the room up here. I do have a 5-gallon bucket of lion's mane I started. Yo, cheers. What's up, man? We're doing some tubs. I'll flip the camera back around in a minute. I got a couple jars. I might not get to the jars, but I got 2 bags we're gonna do. Small bag and a big bag. But anyway, I was mentioning I have a 5-gallon bucket with lion's mane in it right now, colonizing. It's a new experiment. I've never done it before, but I can bring it in here and show you guys one second. So you can see right now I have a bunch of holes in the bucket, and they're covered up with micropore tape. But it's colonizing, and we'll see if it gets some fruits out of it. I don't know how many we're gonna do, but got about a 5-gallon bucket full of substrate, so we can go as far as we need. Grab one that's not colonized or fruiting. You guys can see this one right here. It's a little slack, so I'm gonna fill them up a little more than this. I have some like that. They're a little fuller. These are new ones right here, about 2 inches thick instead. These is Milo that I'm using, inoculated Milo bags. These come from Colonizing Colorado. Yes. One more here and then we'll get started. Soil on it. Alright, sweet. We'll turn you guys around and get started here. Devil's in the details. Start this guy right here in a minute. All right. Wait just a second. All right, got the two strings here. The smaller bag here is Crooked Mystery, and then I have Red Dragon in this bigger bag. Let's see. Whoops. Okay. So right here, in case you guys already probably have heard, the Zeta mushroom drinks coming out on the 1st. Already made and bottled up. Next month we're coming out with a jalapeno lemonade flavor on the 1st, and about the middle of July we're going to be releasing a bomb pop flavor. So stay tuned for that. Grab a bag liner. Trim a little off the edge right here. Now I'm just going to be kind of doing this. Not really much commentating, but if you guys have questions, just ask along the way. Put my music back on over here. Should do the trick Nerdy taught me here. It's a little hack you guys can do. You can spray it with a little bit of isopropyl to get your bag to stick to the walls a little better. So you're not fighting it as much. Alright. Set this to the side while I get a couple more of these done. Oh, some Five Finger Death Punch. Soon enough, guys, we'll be able to have a copyright license and we can start playing music in the background for everyone. YouTube works that way. The more I know it, the more I realize the world around us. You could do anything you want if you have enough money. But eventually, hopefully sooner than later, honestly. Be cool to have people in the chat request songs and be able to play whatever people wanted to listen to. Even just during casual Mystic Journey shows during the week, you could be playing some music in the background. Good. Wash it off. I want to wash it all away. Thinking I might do 3 this one. Yeah, let's just do it like that. Split it up into 3. Cocoa core's my substrate for anybody just joining in. I'm doing with these. I guess for anybody joining, we're doing bins, doing mushroom bins. Got my liners just put in. This is Crooked Mysteries, this bag right here. So we're gonna see if we can get it into about 3 different bins. We will see. Start off, I'm just gonna put a small layer of substrate. Even this all out. Just give this grain a bed to set on. you guys can quite see. Yeah, we can see that pretty good. All right, top this thing off. So it's a good idea when you're doing this, just like plants, to make sure you pack it down into the sides. Kind of prevents side pinning. It's more like a natural environment mushrooms grow in. You don't have to force it. Just gently, lightly pack it down. Put a little more on there. Then in about a week, you should see what will look like this. You can see there's a little bit of primordia starting to pop up, a little bit of white fuzz. It'll start to grow all across the box, and then as time goes on, it'll eventually fill all the way in. See there. It kills me I can't play this music for you guys. We're already doing risky stuff here, though, so better not push it. YouTube's going to be all over our ass. All right, and then what I'll do is I'll usually give it a good mist with some water. Just to make sure I have my moisture up to about 90% already off the bat. Get it all over the sides. A little bit fall down behind the wall. Thoroughly soak the surface. And then we will cap it off. And let it do its thing. And whenever it actually hits fruiting conditions, whenever I actually see pins, I'll put another tub of the same size over the top of it like this. So it creates basically its own environment chamber. You could spray the inside. And that's another benefit of doing it with the tub on top as well. You could spray this top tub and you don't have to worry about spraying your substrate, because once you start to get primordia and pins forming on the surface, it's never a good idea to spray it because you'll definitely kill all your mushrooms for sure. So when you have this chamber on top, you can spray this top tub and then flip it back on. Just make sure you don't have drops dripping off of it. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll wipe the inside out dry and then I'll just restart with a light mist. Because if the drops accumulate, it'll get really sort of huge drops that'll drip down out of the ceiling of it. So, but for the beginning stages, I'm just gonna leave it with a regular lid on it. I'm just wiping them down with alcohol now. Hey, what's up? What's up? Cheers. Thank you for joining in. We're doing some mushroom bins. Anybody ever has any questions along the way we're doing this, just ask. I'm not the Myco expert here, and it's nerdy, but I'll do my best to answer what I can. Without speaking out of pocket. Saying something I don't really understand or know. But yeah. You can see we got one tub already done here. This is Crooked Mystery is the name of this strain right here. So and another important thing. I have some enigmas right now that I didn't even know were enigmas. I was waiting on them to fruit and start pinning because they weren't labeled. Because I was going to label them after I had them stacked up, and my whole stack of bins, I had like maybe 6 of these bins stacked up and they fell over. So I had my tags, there were little pieces of paper that I had labeled, I had them all setting on there, and when they fell over, the tags hit the ground, and I had no idea what any of the bins were. So immediately, whenever you get a bin and you put it up, go ahead and mark it with a Sharpie what it is, so you know exactly what you're going to get later on. There's no guessing. Unless you're only doing one strain, then you don't really have much concern. But let me go grab my Sharpie. I'll be right back. I was kind of frustrated at myself with those enigmas. I'm like, man, I just can't get these freaking mushrooms to fruit. I don't understand. They look so beautiful. There's no contam. I can't get these things to fruit. It was kind of baffling me. And then I just let him keep running, and then now I'm noticing that, yeah, it's definitely Enigma. What I thought was overlay wasn't overlay. It was just the mushrooms trying to build up, because Enigma looks totally different. The pins on Enigma look way different than a regular mushroom pin. But yeah, I got 3 tubs of Enigma running right now. I just put a tub of Louis Vuittons and a couple ZYGY sent back into fruiting for a second flush. I have these 2 bins right here of Crooked Mystery R1s from just about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago at this point. I did those, and this is the same strain right here that we're doing now. I have this bag of grain. I'm going to split it 3 ways. And then I have a 3-pound bag of grain right here. This is of a strain called Red Dragon. So it's a 3-pound bag from Colonizing Colorado. You guys can check them out if you're in the Colorado area. Oh, I was going to show you guys me marking this. Crooked Mystery. All right. No mistaking Enigma. Yeah, that's a fact. Yep. Yeah. Well, the confusion was for me was mostly that I had 2 boxes of Enigma, and they were outside contaminated. So I figured that I didn't have any more Enigma bags, but I couldn't remember how many I did of each one or what even the strains were. Well, I knew the strains that I had, but I didn't know which of them were what strain or anything. It was really super confusing. So yeah, you're exactly right though. Whenever you see Enigma and you know it, you know it. It was my first time ever growing it though, so we'll see. I know they're slow to go. Right now they look really nice, so I'm just going to let them run and do their thing. I've been fanning them like they were regular mushrooms. I think I'm going to let them build up a little bit more CO2 than I have been, even though the moisture in there is really nice. I mean, it's at least 90% humidity in the boxes. Right now it's about 75 degrees in here where I am, so 70 to 75, it fluctuates, but Coco Core is my substrate that I'm using here. Pasteurized this last night. Yep, I'm excited to see. I only got a gram harvested off my last box I contamed, which, you know, gram's a gram, but we'll see. These look really nice. Got a really good pin set on them. Happy. I've been getting a lot better at pin set as I've been practicing getting better at this. I got a mono tub running down here. I'll drop it, I'll show you guys. So this is a mono tub I've got. It's not B+. It's just old markings from a different strain that I was growing. Can't really see it inside, but you can see it through the wall right there. Starting to get to where it's about into the fruiting conditions. It's the only mono tub I'm running right now currently. Maybe I'll add another one. We'll see what happens. It's usually the way I do grow mushrooms, but I've had really good success doing it in the shoe boxes, the way Nerdy recommends to do it. So I'm just kind of sticking with what works. You have way more control of your climate, over the temperature, over the humidity, the amount of oxygen that you're getting inside of there. I personally think it makes it a lot better. And Nerdy would agree, I'm sure. Yeah, it's just encouragement, hopefully, for people to start growing their own mushrooms if you guys aren't already. And if you guys are, then share your technique. How do you do it? What's up? What's the way you guys do it? Got another box ready right here. Spray it with some more water. Oh. And then put a cap on it and let it sit. Alright, capped it off. I'm gonna shuffle, actually. Before we go too far. Not exactly a question mark, but I'll understand what I mean. Theory of a Dead Man. I heard that in a minute. With me to name all your excuses for everything. Left me to remain. over the day, it told me it's over. Okay, Flay, I don't know if you guys know who that is. I should cover her on a riffin'. Get another female artist in there. She's super dope. Surely you guys know her songs. Maybe I'll do that. I don't have a band picked out for Saturday. I'll do K Flay on Saturday. I'm doing Tom Petty on Thursday's episode. Yeah, we'll do K Flay on Saturday. That'll be cool. Be a little different. Be a underrated band for sure. Because I'm literally just thinking to myself now, I'm like, man, you don't hear much about K Flay. That's why we do this show, though. Well, little voice that we have, we use it to scream as loud as we can. Keep on running backwards. I keep on losing faith. Thought I had the answer, so thought I knew the way. I'm gonna help my hand. I don't know what I'm chasing. I don't know what I am. So I make it up as I go. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. A little bit more to this one than I just did before. Make it up as I go. Whoa, whoa. Black Eyed Peas. I haven't thought about covering them on the show. Should do something like that. We cover so many rock bands. We should definitely switch it up. Maybe next week. We'll see. This is the horrible thing about me listening to music nowadays. I'm like, oh, I'll cover this band. I'll cover this. And 40 bands later, I have a list that's 2 years long. So I started doing it 2 days a week so I could cover through a lot more bands, because if not, we wouldn't have even got as far as we already have. Try this Dragon. Killed my business card over here. It does not like alcohol. All right, 1, 2. Let's see. I have something that I need called Mother. So I put him. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wipe them all down anyway. Red Dragon. This is a strainer here. It's a 3-pound bag. The bag's from Colonizing Colorado. If you guys are in Colorado, check them out. The genetics came from Nerdy. You know what? Let's take 5 here, guys. Winston. Keep doing tub. Got a lot more to do. I'm not on Instagram. Is there another way to contact you about the mushroom drinks? Yes, ma'am. Reach out to me on my email. Hold on one second. I'll get in. Can I type it on here? I don't think I can. Give me a second, and I'll hop over on my other phone here. Appreciate you asking. Appreciate everyone's support. Everyone being interested. It's fucking really super encouraging, inspiring to keep going. So far, I've had really great responses on the flavor of the tea. We'll be coming out. I should have put the picture in here for us. Maybe I still can. Hold on. Next month, we'll be coming out with the jalapeno lemonade flavor. See if I added it in here for you. Reach out to me in my email right there. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks for being interested and thanks for asking about it. I appreciate it. We're doing them right now with Mystics memberships. Right now they're with the $50 memberships. We're going to try to make them available for $5 memberships. We still just need to work out the shipping thing with these. More than likely, we'll have to ship them to people out of state without labels. They won't. It'll basically just come in a blank bottle instead of like this. It'll come with a QR code, much like what's on this right here, but the QR code will take you to the flavor and the dosage of what's in the bottle. If anybody has any flavors that they want to see, let me know. I'm constantly coming up with new flavors and new ideas. For July, we're going to release a Bomb Pop flavor. We're going to call it Peace Pop. It's going to be flavored after Bomb Pop. Same kind of flavors, cherry, lime, and blue raspberry, but we're going to use natural flavors, natural ingredients, and try to make it taste like a blended up Bomb Pop. We're also going to work on a Halloween flavor themed after a candy or something like that. Thinking about, somebody suggested the other day to do a chocolate ginger drink. I'm thinking about doing that for Christmas time. Seems like a perfect drink to do. Maybe we can do like a Yoo-hoo flavor, but instead of Yoo-hoo, it'd be like chocolate ginger flavored. So we'll see. We'll experiment with it. It's still a lot of experimenting that needs to get done. Right now, we're still putting the final touches on the jalapeno lemonade to make sure that the ratios and the flavors and everything are exactly right for the most people. Essentially, that one will be like the lemon tech and mushrooms right there. Appreciate you. If you have any questions, yeah, just email me to my email right there, and you can get in touch with me just like that. Also, Discord. If you're on Discord, that's also the next best way. I'm always on Discord. I'm always checking in. Yeah, I pride myself on this. Like I say, there's so many people who make mushroom edibles and different mushroom things where they just really throw stuff in a bottle and throw it out on the shelves. And this is all curated to make sure it's pasteurized and everything has the right amount of vitamin C in it, citric acid and stuff like that, sugar content, so it stays shelf stable for months at a time. I'm really happy about this. And the Pharos tea, the blue Pharos, this is actually a great flavor because we did a show last night. You're probably there, so where we talked about the Egyptian use of blue lotus and mushrooms together. And the synergy of this drink is really nice because it has the active ingredients of chocolate with the bliss chemicals. Blue lotus itself is a mild psychedelic, so there's that, and then combining with the mushrooms, it creates a great synergistic effect. The best way I could describe it, really honestly, to people when I was trying to describe it, because I laid there just trying to really feel what I was feeling and try to put it into words, but the best analogy I could come up with was like, it's like drinking a cup of hot cocoa. You could drink a cup of hot cocoa, it's fine, it's good. But when you add marshmallows to it, it makes it that much better. So I feel like with this right here, when you add the blue lotus and you add the chocolate chemicals to it, it really makes it just a well-rounded, nice trip. Yeah, I'm excited to experiment with it a little bit more and see where this thing goes, man. Thanks everybody for the support. Thank you. It's really about quality. Not everybody's going to like this flavor. This is really flavored to be effective, but that's the whole point of this. But yeah, we're gonna come out with the jalapeno lemonade because I figured it would be a little bit more like it's just a regular drink for people to drink. Once you add mushrooms to a thing like lemonade, it covers it up pretty well. We already talks about this when making mushroom edibles and stuff like that. That citrus is one of the best flavors to cover up the taste of mushrooms. So putting it in a lemonade drink makes it like lemon tech. It's the way that most people will dose anyway, and it encourages people to dose the way that I like people to dose. It's by drinking a quarter gram bottle, right, like this at a time. It's just like whenever you drink a beer, you're not getting totally wasted off of drinking one beer. You drink 3 or 4 beers, and then you start to get a little bit of a intoxicated effect. That's the same thing with these teas, and that way it keeps people safe from drinking more than they need to when they're not sure about the effects of mushrooms and all this. So again, it's all just an experimentation. We will consider releasing a half-gram version of this later on, but for now, they're all quarter grams by weight of a pretty strong strain, I might add. So whatever that means to anyone. um, Later on, as this thing evolves and really takes off the ground and people get really interested in it, we'll start doing lab testing for it, and we'll be able to tell you how much is in each bottle. Psilocybin percentage. Deep breaths, baby steps. All we can do is just take it little by little and just try to, again, I just make sure that this is a quality product, that every time somebody gets this product, it's going to be the same. It's going to be clean, fresh, quality every time. It's really important to me. And then outside of that, we'll be trying to release a flavor every single month, or at least until December. Who knows? We'll see how far this thing goes. If you guys are going to be able to make it to Colorado in July, the Colorado Rocky Mountain Mush Fest is July 16th through the 19th. Me and Nuri are going to be there, and I'll be releasing my Bomb Pop flavor, which I'm calling Peace Pop, at the Rocky Mountain Mush Fest. So if you guys can make it there, then you'll be able to get a sample taste at it. Besides people in the close friend group, I'm going to let them taste it so I can get a reaction and see how the flavors I need to change and stuff. But the people at the Rocky Mountain Mush Fest are going to be the first people to try this flavor. So if you guys want to try it, and if you want to try any of the other flavors, I'll be bringing samples of the other flavors as well. Let me know. Stop by the 16th, July 16th through the 19th. And I meant to get the address from Nerdy because I don't know exactly where it is, but you guys tune in tonight for Mystic Journeys with Derek because he's doing Bible studies, and then I'll get the address so everybody can have it. But yeah, just mark it on your calendar and get ready. And as we get closer, Nerdy will be talking more about it. Game to go. Yeah, make sure if you guys sign up for a membership to get these Zeta drinks, um, make sure you put in code HB and make sure you sign me up as your designated mystic, so that we know that you're trying to get the mushroom drinks. Use code HB at checkout, by the way, for a discount. Make sure you do that. I appreciate everyone's support. Super grateful for everybody's support and everybody's interest. Thank you guys so much. Um, I'll pull this up in a second so you guys can read it. Of course, this is AI imagery, no doubt, but I wrote all the words that are on this paper right here. So let me just let you guys read it from my mouth. Not from my mouth directly, but from my words. What this is about, what my inspiration is, and what Zeta actually is. Just a minute. We are. This is the flyer that you're looking at right here. Oh, maybe not. Bear with me, guys. This Restream app doesn't really like to work with us very much. There we go. So you guys can take a look at that real fast while we're starting a couple more boxes here. We're going to be doing about 6 more, I think. We'll see. Yeah, you don't need to sign up, but if you sign up, you're not just helping us out, you're helping a lot of people out, because that's our whole thing is we like to try to give. We work on the basis of karma. So if you're giving and you're doing it in this expectation of no, I call it the boomerang of good intentions. Whenever you take it and you throw it out, you don't expect to get anything back. It's amazing what you do get back sometimes. So whatever you donate to us through the memberships, we'll be giving it back to the community. So we appreciate everybody's support so much. Thank you. Again, make sure to use the code HB and sign up under me as your designated mystic, so we can make sure that you know you're signing up for the drinks. Appreciate you so much. Appreciate you, D. Thank you so much for your help too, man. You and Nerdy have been such a big help. A lot of my friends, man, they've had my back with this kind of stuff. So I appreciate everybody's help and support with this. Thank you guys so much. We'll see. Hopefully this thing will take off, man. It'd be really nice to kind of switch up the market as far as mushrooms and alcohol is concerned, I guess, because really the idea is to try to, nothing wrong with alcohol if people want to drink, even I drink, but I think the issue here is we don't have any options like my bad, I got fat fingers. Anyway, but yeah, we need something like this on the market. That's what I was just saying on that paper. It's time for something new. There are a few options available on the market for. It's like the world's oldest used psychedelic. We talked about. That's why the Pharaohs is the inspiration for my first drink flavor because it's the way that we should get back to our roots of living, our ancestral way. So I'm excited to bring that to people, man. I'm very excited. Hopefully, this will be something game changing, not just for me and everybody in the community here, but for the world around us. Somebody had to do it. Somebody had to step up. One of my favorite quotes is a JFK quote. It's like, it's not us, then who? It's not now, then when? Somebody has to step up and take control and do this. It's kind of sick because we've been talking about it, and the problem with these teas and the legality of it is, in Colorado we're okay, but in other states, shipping them across other states, putting the word magic mushroom that's clearly on the label, kind of gives us a little bit of trouble, right? But yet the alcohol companies, they have advertisements everywhere you go. There's everywhere you go, you can buy beer, and they kill hundreds of thousands of people or millions of people, over the course of the alcohol's history. So, and people directly and indirectly from alcohol use. So it begs the question, like, if you have insurance money, you can afford to pay off the people that you end up risking their lives or their families' lives or whatever, right? But if you're somebody who's just trying to do a good thing, and mushrooms never killed anyone by drinking a mushroom, so it's something we need to change. And if anybody's going to change it, it's going to be me. Like I said, I've had a lot of help to do it, and I got a big team backing me on this kind of thing. So I'm excited to really see how far, again, this boomerang of kindness will really go. See what we can get back out of it. And I try to just, keep my expectations and assumptions low about what's going to happen, what the future is going to bring, and just take it day by day. Yeah, 100%. For sure. This is all stuff that I'm thinking about getting done, for sure. I appreciate you for your comments on the branding of it all. Pop's made a great point to me. He claims that, it's like if you got a great product, you don't need a label on it. I think it's a really good way to look at it because, if I didn't have like the whole vibe of it all, it would still be a good product. But I definitely do like the addition of the vibe of, the way that the colors are on the card and the name of the drink and the whole style of it. Really, it kind of really encompasses what I'm trying to achieve here, I think, in a weird kind of backdoor way. I encourage everybody else to be part of this as well too. Um, there's enough room in the community for everyone. It's not an ego trip because there's room for us all. So if you guys feel inspired by me doing this as well, um, I would encourage people to, do their own thing, whatever it is. We're gonna actually start introducing cannabis edibles, which is what I have the most experience in. I've been making cannabis edibles since I was a teenager. So we're gonna start offering that to everyone, cannabis gummies and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested in this stuff, that's what you should be doing for your local community, offering what you have to where you go. Be the change that you want to see. If what you want to see is more people doing stuff like this right here, doing these videos about showing people growing mushrooms and stuff, the way we get YouTube off our back is we start building a community full of people to where a majority of the people are doing this kind of stuff, and then they're going to want to cater to us, and not just the majority of the people who don't. So it's important to keep in mind. If you guys want to make a change, you got to start doing this kind of stuff for sure. Be involved in your community. There's tons of places like here in Colorado, especially, where Nerdy does meetups where he talks about foraging and he talks about how to do these boxes right here and everything about mushrooms, really. Everything. Every time I go there, I'm always like, yeah, I know what I know, and I know everything. It's like Dunning-Kruger effect. But then I go there and I've learned so much I'd never even thought I would know. So it's important to keep that in mind. There's local communities and local groups you could probably find near you that do this kind of stuff, that show you, at least talk about it, right? In communities, even in the Americas where there are legal states, there are still probably groups where people are meeting up and talking about mycology and things like that. So you just got to get involved in your community. Speaking of that, foraging, really, it's that time of the year for people to be getting out and start foraging. So whether it's for plants or mushrooms, or if you're a bird watcher or any of that kind of stuff, which I am all those things, I think it's important this time of year as the weather starts to warm up to keep in mind that you got to be nature and be in touch with nature, and that's the best way is going out in it. Maybe doing a camping trip even. I've got several already planned for the year, minus the ones that will probably just pop up along the way. And then as I'm out camping and stuff like that, I like to go for it. As I'm even out riding my bike or whatever, I like to stop and see whatever's around me that I can forage, especially in the mountains, taking advantage of the alpine herbs that are up here. Being from the south, it was like something that we kind of dream about, is having these kind of herbs. So down with the herb, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we're gonna look into getting copyright and all that kind of stuff. For now, the way I see it is if somebody puts out the same product with the same marketing, for one, they don't have my recipes because there's a lot of science that goes into this kind of stuff. But yeah, if they did end up copying my stuff and they could actually do better than me, then I would give it to them, honestly. I'm that kind of person. It's like, well, they did a better job. But more than likely they won't be able to, because there's a lot of, again, it's my whole thing that I was showing in that picture right there. It's like I like to try to bring the old school with the new school. It's a holistic kind of approach, because it takes what we learned, what our ancestors have taught us, the thousands of years of trial and error, and it puts it into modern day perspective where we can, isolate chemicals and adjust milligrams and things like that. Sterilization techniques that make it last longer. Yeah, it's all sorts of things that make a better quality, more potent product. But yes, definitely for sure we are be getting copyright licenses and all that just to make it a little easier in our lives. We're just trying to see how interested people actually are with this stuff. So far, I've had a really great response with the flavors and stuff like that I've let people try. Everybody likes the idea, the concept, of course. So we'll just see how this does. See how this does. We'll see. We'll see. Soon, I'll be planning a trip to Mount Antero here in Colorado. And they have tons of aquamarine stones. It's my birthstone. It's one of my favorite stones. So, be interesting to go and see if we can find some up there. And it's kind of something we want to start introducing slowly into the Mystic crew here is pendants and You know, necklaces like Nerdy showed off on the show before with his stone necklaces he cut himself and things like that. So with this, we can kind of do earrings and rings and things like that for people. So it'd be like a little mystic perk for people who have $50 memberships. And it'd also be like kind of like, you know, we harvested the gems ourselves, so it'd be even cooler, really. Yeah, what's up? What's up, buddy? Yes, sir. Exactly right. You know what's going on. Yep, exactly right. I'm doing some Red Dragon right now. I just did some Crooked Mystery. If you guys didn't notice, by the way, I have my bottles. One of them has green tape on it, and obviously they have what they are on it labeled with a marker. But this is my alcohol because I sprayed my substrate on my grow a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, I guess at this point. Um, yeah, totally biffed it up. It didn't ruin it, but it slowed it down a little bit. Kind of put a little bit of a slow. They don't like to be sprayed with alcohol. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, mushroom in it. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yep, it's a good idea. Yeah, it's Milo for sure. Yeah. Yes, sir. I'm using Milo, and I'm also using Cocoa Core for my substrate. Yes, sir. Milo, this is from Colonizing Colorado. Hold on one second. I'll grab the label for you guys. If you guys are in and around the Colorado area, Colonizing Colorado. I'm not sponsored by them, but they're just friends and good people. So go support them if you can. Red Dragon. Yeah, it's really great. Nerdy prefers it over brown rice, but you can see I do have some brown rice in jars back here. Um, Starting to get a little colonized right there. Um, this is actually a strain that I don't even know what it is. It's just a syringe that I'd found, so I don't even know what it is. It had no label on it, so I don't know where it came from. But yeah, this is what Nerdy prefers, is this Milo. Yeah, they do look like BBs. What I know this is from is like chicken feed, because that's what's in chicken feed is crushed corn and this Milo right here, and wheat and stuff like that. So that's what I know it from. You actually can buy Milo from a feed store like that and use it to make your own grain. That's what Nerdy suggests that you do, is to go find a feed store and just buy it in a huge bag and pasteurize it yourself, sterilize it yourself rather, I guess, in bags. Keep forgetting to do it. And there should be this trick. You just spray a little bit of alcohol into the um, base of the tub to help hold your bag in. Makes it a lot easier. Crazy hot in Jamaica. We got snow on the ground here in Colorado last night. You got like an inch or so. Oh, I did it anyway. Yeah, mountains, people do it. Being up in elevation, no doubt. On the mic, like, oh, it's magic. Choose down, ask questions along the way if you got any. Also, somebody asked about how to get in touch with me beside Instagram for the Zeta drinks. Message me on my email address. Um, it's up there. I posted it up higher in the chat. Sean SHAWN _44 at rocketmail.com. You can message me there and I'll get your message. Also, if you're on Discord, it's the same thing for my Discord as it is for Instagram. Hashtag 8595 at the end. Hashtag 8595. Everybody who purchases a $50 membership will be getting to try the Zeta drinks, and they'll also be getting a monthly sacrament as well. So I'll probably have fruit, and I can show you an example here real fast, Mello. So this is a tub right here that I just did maybe a little over a week ago at this point. Second. And you can see this is after about a week. We're getting pretty close to fully colonized, not quite there. But when it's fully colonized, we'll start to get pins after about a week of it being fully colonized. And then after about, I would say, another week or two, you'll have fully grown fruits. I would show you some fruits that I have grown right now, but because of restrictions on YouTube, and we're already in trouble with YouTube, so we can't get another strike. So I can't actually show growing fruits, but I can show boxes with Primordia or whatever on it. It's no big deal. Yeah, I have a monotub down here. Showed this off. So you can see the same thing right here. Monotub's a little bit different than these shoe boxes that we're doing. A little bit of a different process, but give or take a month or so. Yeah, from start to finish, you're looking at about 2 months, maybe a little more, maybe 3 months, because you have to wait for these bags to get fully colonized, or not, yeah, colonized, I guess. And then whenever you have it fully ready, then you put it in there for about another week, maybe 2, and then another week or 2 for fruits. So yeah, from start to finish, I would say about 2 months, give or take. It's a little quicker than cannabis is. Especially with the autoflowers. Some autoflowers, you can get them in about 2 months, 2 or 3 months. How long will it take the mycelium? Yeah, about a month. It depends, because it really depends. Whenever you grow mushrooms, you're growing them at a little bit of a lower temperature than you're colonizing the mycelium usually at. And if you're not, then it's going to be really super slow. And that's what's going on with me right now. I'm just having them at a comfortable growing temperature. If I raise the temperature up about 10 degrees, I could make it happen in about a month from start to finish. But these took a little longer. I did have one bag. That's what these bins are right here, is one bag. It went pretty quick. So I was able to do these first. Like I said, a little over a week ago, about 2 weeks. So depends on the size of your bag too. I have this 3-pound bag right here. It's going to take a little longer to colonize usually than the smaller bags, but that's not always the case, because I did have a small bag that colonized at the same time as that big one. So yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it'd be cool though. It'd be cool to take a mystic journey to Jamaica one day, honestly. But yeah, I'm not the expert, honestly. Nerdy's probably way more knowledgeable at this stuff than I ever could be. But I'm an herb guy. But I'm learning. I'm trying to figure out as much as I can. Um, but he's definitely way ahead of the game. He has way more experience foraging and growing mushrooms than I do. He teaches the class here in Colorado. Does a really great job at it. You guys got to stop by if you're ever in the area. Come stop by and see. He does meetups in Denver and in Fort Collins. So yeah, you guys gotta come check him out. Do a show. Do a presentation. He's really telling you to learn something. Now that's a great question. The second part, do some types take longer than others? For sure. The ghost mushroom that Pops likes to specialize in, that's one of those strains that takes a long time to grow. There are designer strains that take a little bit longer to grow, like Penis Envy or Louis Vuittons, things like that. And they do end up having a higher potency usually. Like the Enigmas, I was mentioning, I have some Enigma. They're going to take a while to grow. The potency is going to be a lot higher on that than um, usual, than most regular strains of mushrooms. Now, as far as is there a certain time to pick them whenever they have the most potency? I'm not sure, but I don't think so. I think that the smaller mushrooms have just as much concentrated psilocybin as a bigger one would have, but I'm not exactly sure about that. I mean, logically, it always made sense to me that as they grow, they're going to lose a little bit. It's going to get dispersed amongst the mushroom, but I'm not educated or knowledgeable enough to tell you about that. It's like the thing I'm ignorant about. Brain nerdy. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, the whole crew. That'd be cool. Yeah. Yep. 100%. Mystic's journey to Jamaica. That'd be cool. We'll see. Future plans for sure. Right now, we're trying to make it to where we can have a place here in Colorado for everybody to meet up, and we can actually do the show live from an actual Mystics church for everybody to come join and get sacraments in person and things like that. Deep breaths and baby steps. You know, it's like Rome was in building day. We have to take things just little by little. Just like with the Zeta, it's like everything little by little. There's no website. Well, our website is mysticjourneyschurch.org. Um, that's where you can go for that. For the drinks, there's no website for it. You can just hit me up on Instagram, or my email is Sean_44 at rocketmail.com. You can get in touch with me there for the Mystics Journeys as well. But mysticjourneyschurch.org is where you go to sign up for our website. You can become a Mystic for free. There's no cost to sign up to become a member. Whenever we do giveaways on the show, we give away sacrament on the show. So there'd be like mushroom capsules and stuff like that. You guys sign up through that website, and we'll be able to ship you out packages. Appreciate everybody for their support. Yeah, this is the drink we've been crafting over the past couple months. It's called Zeta. It's a magic mushroom drink containing a quarter gram of psilocybin by weight. So it's something we're proud to be able to release to everybody as far as our sacrament program. If anybody wants it, there's a $50 membership on our website. You can sign up. Just make sure you sign up as HB as your designated mystic, so we know that you guys want to get the drinks, and then we'll ship you out some drinks and monthly sacrament. Not a problem. Have a great rest of your day. Right now we're doing, I just did 2 more tubs of Red Dragon. I'm probably going to be able to get at least 4 more. We'll see how far we get. Right now I'm running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tubs. 9 if you want to count this mono tub down here. This is the only mono tub I have running right now. But 9 if you count that one right there. That's just about the size of about 2 shoe boxes. And then I'm going to do some grain later. It's not grain rather, but brown rice jars. Let's see. But for now we're just going to do these. Let me know whatever flavors you guys want to see for the drinks. Later on, we'll probably start dabbling and making gummies and stuff like that too. Again, we're just trying to take this stuff slow. That's why we're only releasing 1 flavor a month, so we can really focus on getting it crafted the right way without having to rush. That's why it took a while for the drink to even come out, because I wanted to make sure it was right before I just released it to people. So if you guys have any flavor ideas that you want to see, let me know. We'll see what we can come up with. Here in July, we'll be releasing the Bomb Pop flavor. Here next month, at the first of the month, we're going to be releasing a jalapeno lemonade flavor. Appreciate everybody being here. Everybody hit the like. Still hanging out with us. Derek will be going live here shortly at 9 p.m. EST in a few hours anyway, for Bible studies. This is reading from Psalms. So make sure to join in later for that. Is it sweet? Strawberry lemonade? Yeah, it is sweet. So yeah, it has it's not as sweet as a soda, but it does have a little bit of sugar in there, and it makes it sweet. It's part of the preservation process to keep the sugar content high, so it stays good for a long time. Strawberry lemonade is definitely something. I was literally thinking about this yesterday. I'm like, you know what? But also at the same time, I'm already releasing this jalapeno lemonade, and I'm releasing Bomb Pop flavor, which are both kind of summertime themed flavors. So I thought about maybe next year, summertime, spring, summer, releasing a strawberry lemonade and releasing a coconut water, a mushroom coconut water as well. Maybe like a lime coconut water or something even. We'll see. It's just kind of ideas, concepts floating around at this point. I definitely love coconut water. It'd be nice to have a really hydrating drink for summertime. Strawberry lemonade's a great option as well. But coconut water would be really cool. I just don't know how the flavors are going to meld with mushrooms, coconut, and citrus, you know? So we'll see. So we'll experiment. We'll try to get it right. I kind of want to keep it on theme. So we'll be releasing a Halloween flavor, and in the fall we'll be releasing some sort of fall flavor. December we'll be releasing. I was mentioning earlier when you weren't here about how you said something about a chocolate ginger drink. I think that's a really good concept. Maybe I'll release that for Christmas. I'm considering. I'll experiment with it, get the flavors right, and see how it tastes. Maybe making like a chocolate flavored drink that doesn't have milk in it, and adding ginger to it to see how it tastes. I think it'll be really nice for Christmas time release flavor. I did some research after you explained that, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna look into this chocolate ginger. It sounds interesting. So I think I'm gonna try that for Christmas. Appreciate you so much. Yeah, it's part of Here, I'll pull this back up, buddy, so you can read it. This is what I wrote the other day. It kind of explains what Zeta is. It's my inspiration behind it is kind of mixing the old school with the new school. I mean, people have been using this psychedelic for thousands of years. There's no reason for us to go against what they know and what they've said. And the Egyptians used to use mushrooms with blue lotus flower and with chocolate. So I took this concept of taking the chemicals of chocolate, the active ingredients. They're really, I call them chemicals, but they're just supplements that you can buy at the store. So theobromine, phenylethylamine, anandamine. So I combined all these into a drink to have the flavor and kind of herbs that the Egyptians used to use. So it brings the old school knowledge of the Egyptians with the new school science of today. We make sure we do quality first. Everything's like quality is going to be the same drink every time. It's going to be, make sure you get a sterilized drink. It's not going to be moldy. We pasteurize everything. Make sure that the citric acid content is right, the sugar content's right. So you're getting the same flavor, same drink every single time. But yes, this drink has Blue Lotus. If you're familiar with Blue Lotus, it's actually a mild psychedelic in itself. The Egyptians have used it for a long time. And again, combination with the cocoa, it makes it a little stronger. It gives a nice little entourage effect to your mushrooms. There's tons of herbs in here that are anandamine raising chemicals. They raise anandamine levels. Anandamine's it attaches to your CB2 receptors, so it gives you the sedated effect whenever you smoke cannabis. Appreciate you, man. Oh, let me get it pulled back up over here. It's got a disclaimer on the back. Basically just says blah, 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 be safe, handle yourself. Yep, I'm proud of this. We've been working hard on it. More flavors to come, guys. Stay tuned. If anybody has any questions about mycology along the way, just ask in the chat. I'll do my best to answer. Nerdy's not here, so he's really the guy, the expert, but I'll do my best to answer him questions as best I can. Again, make sure to sign up on MysticDrinksChurch.org. It's free to sign up. If you guys want to purchase the drinks, you have to sign up for a $50 membership to be able to purchase them. $50 membership will come with, we haven't exactly determined the number, but probably 4 drinks for every order for $50 membership. And the $50 membership also comes with the 8th sacrament every single month as well. It also comes along with one-on-one counseling, psychedelic counseling, spiritual counseling. It also comes along with a bunch of perks like Movie Mondays on our Discord, one-on-one growing advice and things like that. So it's a super beneficial thing, and that $50 we use it to give back to the community. So we appreciate everyone. If you sign up for a membership, make sure again to sign up under me. as your designated mystic, HB, and use code HB at checkout for a discounted code. Could make an apple cinnamon flavor. Yeah, that'd be cool. I was getting to just powdered blue lotus someone by selling searing grew. Sprinkle on my cannabis. Fried a smooth mellow high. Yeah, the smell of it's really nice too. Handled by shit. Yeah, that's basically what it says. Do you chill in the Shermery Discord? No, sir. I'll drop the Discord for ours in the chat for you, though. Hold on here. I'm just catching up in the chat. An eighth of sacrament. And it'll come with. We're thinking about releasing 4 drinks, so it will be 4 of these quarter-gram drinks per membership as well. 1 second, I'll get the Discord for you. Basically, I see you're new here. What we do on Mystic Journeys, we talk about this thing called the 4 Agreements. It's this concept that Don Miguel Ruiz, it's a book that he wrote, and the 4 Agreements are: be impeccable with your word, don't take things personally, don't make assumptions or have expectations, and always do your best. And that's what our whole philosophy behind the Mystic Journeys Church is. We use psychedelics to, branch ourselves back to the way that religion used to start off as, is using these sacraments through, again, religions like the Egyptian culture or Buddhism, Hinduism, on and on and on. All these different cultures used to use these psychedelics to get in touch with nature, Indians as well. So this is what we try to do. We try to relate our 4 agreements to sacrament, and we try to do a show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday where we just talk about the 4 agreements and talk about psychedelics and the history of spirituality, everything like that. So that sounds like something that interests you. I'll put the Discord in here for you, and you're more than welcome to join. There we go. There's the link. Look out for Nerd Nature. Look out for D. Anderson. He's here in the chat as well. Those boys on Discord will be able to guide you around where you need to go. Cool. That's what's up, man. Appreciate you stopping by, hanging out. You know what's up. You know what's up, then. Cheers. Mello, you were asking something about agar here, about coconut water being replaced for agar? Smell of the cinnamon and vanilla make you happy. Yeah. Could you use coconut water to get spores going? Kind of like agar. I don't know. Yeah, cool, sweet. So yeah, you know what's up, man. Cheers. It's glad to have you. My name's HB, man. It's nice to meet you in the chat. Yeah, Milo, I don't know. That's a good, interesting question. I'm asking Nerdy about that. I know people do it with things like agricultures and honey and stuff like that. I don't know. I haven't gotten into doing cultures or agar yet. It's something I'm gonna try to get into now. Nerdy was supposed to bring me some agar though meetup, but he forgot. So whenever I go up to the next one, I'm gonna get some from her and start doing some clones and stuff like that. Get the frame at the top now. It's sterile and full of nutrient. Oh yeah, on the inside of a coconut. I guess you're right. Yeah, it's a good point. But is it sterile? You know what I mean? Like, is it sterile or is it just like okay to drink out of? It's a great question. I'm gonna look into this for you, okay? Whenever I come back tonight, I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna try to get that information for you, and I'm also gonna get the address for the Rocky Mountain Mush Fest for you guys. If you guys are gonna be in and around the Colorado area, um, come see us July 16th through the 19th at the Colorado Rocky Mountain Mush Fest, and we'll be releasing the Bomb Pop flavor, what I'm calling Peace Pop, for the drinks, and it's a huge gathering. Everybody's going to be there. We'll be passing out sacrament. We'll be hanging out. Yeah, you can either come and you could camp. There's plenty of areas to camp out, or you can get an Airbnb nearby. And it's a really fun time. So you guys come on by. It's very sterile, and it's got 3 soft spots you can inject it through. That's an interesting question. It's cool. I like the way you think. It's very out of the box thinking. Plastic ketchup cups, glass jelly jars, petri dishes. Start with petri dishes, eh? Yeah, it's something I've been learning about, doing this Zeta thing, because it's like, whenever you're getting something like this from somebody, you don't know what the fuck's in this drink. You want to know what you're getting as a professional product. So it's very much kind of saying, I've learned that. You want to make sure that there are no variables in what you're doing, how you're doing it. And you want to make sure you're using the best equipment to do it, to not trying to skimp or cut corners, because if you do, you're going to have an inferior product. So yeah, again, that's why quality first for me. Like, if you don't like the flavor, that's fine, but at least what you're getting is a good quality product. But not like the flavor. Like maybe that's not your flavor. Like maybe you don't like herbal flavors, or maybe you don't like strawberry or jalapeno or whatever, right? So that might be the case, but every time you get that product, you know it's going to be the same. It's going to be quality. It's really the most important thing to me because I want to give a drink to somebody I would want to drink, you know. And again, people can just bottle shit up and call it whatever, but very soon we'll be getting. I'll say very soon. I don't know exactly when, but hopefully soon. Sooner than later, we'll be getting a copyright license. We'll be able to play some music for you guys in the background. We're doing shit like this, or during the show even. But how much grams you get from a box that size? If you do it properly, you can get up to an ounce on average out of a box like this. You could get more. You definitely could get less. So on average, if you do everything properly, you get about an ounce, maybe a little more. Per box. Again, it's just like a regular shoebox size. You can see how big it is compared to my hand. I don't know the exact dimensions. I think Nerdy calls them shoebox size A. Again, I'm talking reckless here, so don't take me on that. It's definitely worth the investment, even if you're only buying your bags already pre-sterilized, which could be a little bit more expensive in the long run. It's still going to be worth your money to do it and grow your own medicine as opposed to purchasing it. We offer sacrament monthly, of course, is a thing. Not everyone's able to grow given their circumstances or whatever, right? So we offer a thing like that for people, but we encourage people to grow their own sacrament. Um, and doing it, you're gonna save your own money, but you can start pasteurizing your substrate and sterilizing your substrate or whatever. Sterilizing your own grain bags or whatever you're gonna do to save money, especially if you're doing a lot of bins like I'm doing right now. It's better to learn how to do it yourself. That's why we posted a video of how to do the bucket tech of pasteurizing cocoa core. Cheers, Mars. What's up, buddy? How are you doing, man? Never better for not knowing something. I always say that. So growing mushrooms is one of those things. Anybody's ever grown mushrooms and really taken it seriously and actually had like passion about it, they could tell you that it's different than growing a plant because growing mushrooms teaches you like sterility. You know, everything has to be clean and wiped down with alcohol and stuff like that. It teaches you patience, timing, respect. There's so much stuff that growing mushrooms really can teach you at the end of the day if you really let it. I mean, a lot of people are surface level motherfuckers, so they don't really like look at the depth of something that's simple like this as a learning tool. But for me, I use it as like, how can I learn to make myself better, make myself more, I want to be like clean, presentable. I want to be respectful and wait and patient and not rush things. And all of these are great questions that are Mel is asking, by the way, because this shows like the curiosity of it all. And she talked about how like, do you wait for the potency of the mushroom to become stronger, or I don't know. These are great questions. So these are why we do what we do. It's scientific, trying to really figure it all out. Grow so you know, 100%. Yep. Well said, dude. Cheers. I hope you're doing well, man. If anybody ever needs anything, supplements and stuff like that, if you're really dire need and you don't have cash, reach out to us and we'll do our best. That's what we do here. Because people are paying for these memberships and we're trying to be able to use it to give it back. So again, what I was mentioning earlier, the same opposite effect is true. The people that are giving this money, we're going to give it back to you guys. So if you guys are in dire need of something and you can't afford to get it, reach out to us and we'll do our best to try to help you out. No guarantees, but we'll try to do our best. We'll try to help everyone that's worthy of accepting the help. Sometimes we can't help people due to like medical reasons or whatever, right? But as long as people are willing and trying and practicing the 4 agreements, we love to try to help people out and get them supplements. So if you guys are ever in need of anything, make sure to reach out to us. You can reach out to me right there on my Instagram or my email address. Again, it's posted up in the chat, or I'll say it right now. It's Shawn, SHAWN _44 at rocketmail.com. You can email me there, get in touch with me there. Also, our link tree on the YouTube, you can get in touch with us through our links. MysticJourneyChurch.org. You can get in touch with us there. So reach out to us if you guys need anything. That's what we try to do, is help out. If you don't reach out, we won't know that you don't need you need help. You have to reach out to us and we'll be able to help you. If you need growing help or anything you guys need help with, we'll try to do our best to help. Dirtier than I'm cleaning it. Let's say hello. Faded in the sunshine and the snow. Cheers. All right, man. Appreciate you, man. Hey, have a good day, buddy. See you later, man. Yeah, there's no room for the fucking egotistical bullshit. It's like I was saying, there's so much room for all of us. Like, we don't have to play a game where I want it all for myself. There's enough room for us all. Yeah, 100%. One of my favorite quotes is, "We're going to the top, and we're all going together." It's like, anybody who's trying, I'm taking everybody with me. So it's karma. You know, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die have really, actually, truly trying to have help people, and not just trying to do it for attention. Or I talk a lot about this on Mystic Journeys about a thing called karma yoga. And when you're following your karma yoga, you're doing things for the good of the community. You're doing it for the good of what, you know, everything around you, the universe, God, call it what you will. You're doing it for that, and expecting no thing in return. And if anything, quote unquote, bad comes out of it, you don't look at it as bad. You look at it as, you know, this is not my preference. This is not what I prefer, but I'm going to deal with it anyway. So I think about that a lot. It's like the conscience that I have, that the legacy that I want to leave behind is like, he just gave, like he just helped. He didn't expect shit in return for it, because it's not that I need that stuff anyway, you know. And if I got it and I was like, say I got $1 million for helping somebody, it's like, was would the $1 million be worth like the things that I did? It's like, no, it wouldn't. Like, because the money is like not really the thing. It doesn't equate to, you know, what helping people actually is. Like, there's not an amount of money in the world that would do that, really. Keeps the ego in check, really. All right, guys, we're gonna do one more of these boxes and we're gonna get out of here. You guys make sure to come back later for Derek's Bible study. Again, MrJonesChurch.org, blah, 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 you know, whole things. Seriously, reach out if you guys need anything. We don't know if you need help if you don't reach out. Asking people for help is one of the hardest things to do. Yep, that's why I say it. Like this is Ram Dass talks about this. I mean, if you're gonna be willing to save people, you have to be willing to ask them to let go of what's hurting them first. And if people aren't willing to do that, then you've like done all you can do. So that's why I just say something. It's like at least if they hear me say it, it's like I've done all I can do. Like, hey, we're here if you need it. Sometimes that's all you can do. This is the realest shit only 3 of you will get to hear. It's hilarious. It's true though. It really is true. Like you cannot help everyone. You can't save everyone. I talk about that with my friend David a lot. Mello, you and David, Magic David in the chat. He's one of my best friends. He's from Australia. You guys will get along really well. We talk about this concept a lot. You can't save everyone because everybody in the world is born as a piece of coal, but not everyone goes through the pressure of what it takes to become a diamond. Sometimes we just live our lives and live and die as a piece of coal, and it's sad. It's the very melancholy thing about life. And I'll talk about this in Mystic Journeys, and it's inspired by Ram Dass and his teachings about my heart has room for both. My human heart can look at a situation like that and go, wow, somebody lived and died and never became the diamond that they were supposed to be. But the duality of that is that lets the people who are diamonds shine that much brighter. If you're going to be willing to help people, you have to be willing to ask them to let go of what's hurting them first. It's really hard. And sometimes, look, we talk about this in Mystic Journeys a lot about our programming. Sometimes our programming is what holds us there, and we're not able to let go of our programming how we were raised as a kid, and we're not able to forgive and forget, and we're not able to ask for help, and we're not able to have empathy and things like this, right? So we're always struggling to try to find that thing for us. I talk about brain stew a lot with my friends because that's really what we are. We're all brain stew. Like somebody has a little bit of this and a little bit of anxiety and a little bit of depression or a lot of depression and a little bit of anxiety. We're all like mixed together. So it becomes a big game of how you intermingle with yourself and other people. Nothing changes though, that's for sure. Like if you want help and you never ask for it, you're never gonna get it. There's a saying that squeaky wheel gets the grease. Like you have to speak up. I have a thing about that. I'm very egotistical in that way. Kind of the way I was raised as well. Like my programming, it's hard for me to because it's the tough thing to do to be a man and be an adult and work through your problems and never ask for help, handle it all yourself. When I was raised that way, so I've had to learn how to let go and ask for help too. But doing that, it's just like the mushrooms, like I was talking about. It's taught me a lot. It's taught me how to let people, because again, they have to people, they have to love, like just how we have to ask for help. Like sometimes giving is a form of people's healing. So you have to let them give, and you have to receive that shit the right way with open arms. It's very difficult. That one was for Jesus. Oh my gosh. Mello, we can't take you anywhere. We really can't. We love having you here, but we can't take you out anywhere. Derek, I'm excited for the show here in a bit. You guys, we're gonna wrap this up. You guys get the point. Guys, got any questions? Drop it in the chat after the show here, and I'll get back to it. Appreciate everyone joining in. Appreciate everybody's support for the Zeta drinks. I appreciate everybody's support for Mystics. Reach out if you want the drinks. MysticChurch.org. Sign up under HBs or designated Mystic, and use code HB checkout for a discounted code. New flavors coming soon. Derek's going to be coming back at 9 p.m. EST to do Bible studies with you guys. He's going to do Psalms. So you guys just join back in then. Let me check through the comments here. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. All right. Mello, I got your question written down. I'm going to go ask about that. Just feel like I'm forgetting something. I think we're good, though. Cheers, everyone. Getting out of here. Have a good rest of your afternoon. Derek, we'll see you later for Bible studies, buddy. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.